Welcome to another Just Traveling Through video. Today we're going to do something very different for us, and we're going to share an experience that we had over the summer with our Lennox HVAC system. Normally we do things about travel. We don't tend to write negative reviews about things, but this experience we had with Lennox over the summer was not a good one, and we wanted to share it to help other people avoid the same scenario. In June of 2022, the end of June, the system failed. It stopped cooling our upstairs. It was only 5 years old, and we called a local service vendor to troubleshoot the problem. The service vendor sent us this picture, a picture of the interior of the unit. These are the coils, which, as you can see, are completely rusted. The system was only 5 years old, and the coils were completely rusted. I started doing some research on Lennox at that point, and I saw that there was a class action lawsuit brought against them in 2015 for the copper coils that they were installing in units. They apparently never admitted any fault, but the class action lawsuit was settled. They continued installing copper coils in some of their units even after the lawsuit. So this is our timeline of what occurred after the system failed. Essentially, we waited 85 days and never received the warranted part. You can see the warranty request was submitted on June 27th, the same day the system failed. On July 8th, we hadn't heard anything from either the service vendor or Lennox and had no ETA on when the part would be delivered, so I called Lennox directly. They told me that they were having issues with supply chain. I asked them if they would replace the copper coils in our system with newer aluminum ones to avoid the rusting in the future. They said there was a bulletin that any replacement should be done with the aluminum coils, but would not give me any ETA on delivery. Not weeks, not months, nothing. Another month and a half goes by, and I've been in touch with our service vendor numerous times, and they still have no update on a delivery from Lennox. On 8/23, I did ask them, is it possible they could repair the unit instead? Our local service vendor contacted Lennox at that point, and it was determined that the system was not repairable. We had to get the replacement part. Now keep in mind, this whole time, we live in Florida. It's summer. Our daughter and our granddaughter live on the floor in our house where the AC is broken. It's been extremely disruptive to everyone. We had to purchase a window AC unit. We also purchased a dehumidifier for that floor, but it was extremely uncomfortable. And we were basically not providing a habitable space for our tenants. Our daughter is a tenant. On August 27th, a full 2 months after the system failed, we contacted the Better Business Bureau. I was hoping to get the attention of Lennox to try to get some way to get an ETA for the part under warranty. Lennox responded to the Better Business Bureau complaint and told me they were having supply chain issues and to continue to wait. Now, this happened over a period of several weeks. I quoted Magnus and Moss warranty law indicating that a warranty should have the time for delivery of a warranted part. They indicated that we should continue to wait. After receiving that response over and over again, I decided to send a demand letter to Lennox, letting them know that we didn't have the part and that these were our demands, which was essentially to provide the part to us. I gave them 5 days to respond. They did not respond to the demand letter in any way. And then on September 19th, I finally gave up and I installed a brand new unit. I felt like I had no choice. It was really affecting our family. I did not pick a Lennox system as our replacement unit. I did look at the warranty for the system that we purchased and felt like it was a much better warranty than Lennox. So we ended up with over $8,000 of out-of-pocket expense getting the new system, which was our smaller system. I guess we were lucky that it wasn't the larger system in the house. But we bought the window AC unit, the dehumidifier, and then had to pay for the installation and new system. Now, if I'd have known it was going to take 3 months or more to get a new part, I might have opted to get a new system right away and avoid all of the hassle that we went through during all of that time. It would have been cheaper, it would have been more efficient. If somebody would have just told me, I probably would have gone down that route. So now that you've heard our horror story about Lennox, here are our 3 reasons why not to buy Lennox. Reason number 1 is rusted coils. So the fact that they continued to install the copper coils, knowing that there was issues with them in certain parts of the United States, is a problem for me. Even if you're going to get a newer system with aluminum coils, I think that was poor business practice on their part. The second reason is the warranty. So even though the coils in our system were warranted for 10 years, the warranty does not pay for labor or any cost associated with getting the part, including shipping. So even if they would have replaced our part under the warranty, which they did not, we still would have been out somewhere between $1,500 and $1,800 for the labor and shipping and everything else associated with getting the part installed. Now you notice in the language above, if a part is no longer available, it says Lennox will, at its option, provide a substitute component or allow the owner to purchase equivalent Lennox equipment at a reduced price of 20% off the list price on the date of the failure. Now that did not happen for us. They never offered us this option at all. Now the other thing in the warranty that came up was the fact that Lennox shall not be responsible for any default or delay in performance under the warranty for anything that was outside of its control. Now in this case they claimed that due to COVID this was outside of their control. I think I would maintain that these types of businesses should have more than one mechanism for getting parts manufactured. They offer customers a warranty and they need to be able to uphold the warranty. Another interesting thing that came up as I was reading the warranty is that they have a mandatory arbitration clause in their warranty that says that the owner will waive any right to a trial in front of a jury by default. Now you can submit something after you get your unit installed that says you don't want to waive this right. However, the warranty actually has this language in there. So if I wanted to go in front of a jury to try a case because they didn't provide the part under warranty, I would not be able to do so because of this clause in the warranty. Now, reason number 3 is the customer service. You know, in our case, all they really had to do was work with us, give us some indication of when the part would come, but they gave us nothing. They kept telling us to work with our local service vendor, which we did. They claimed after the fact that our service vendor ordered the replacement coil that was copper and should have ordered the aluminum part. Now, my stance on that is that their system should not have allowed the local service vendor to order the wrong part. They ordered the part under warranty. If there was a bulletin saying it should be replaced with the aluminum part, then their system should have said, hey, you can't order that one, it's going to be this one instead. So I feel like they really dropped the ball. And also, if our service provider had ordered the wrong part at any point in time when I contacted them or I contacted the Better Business Bureau to communicate with them, or I sent them a demand letter, they could have let us know, hey, it really should be this part, and this part can be obtained much sooner. But they didn't do that. Poor customer service, very poor. So those are the 3 reasons why I don't recommend Lennox. I'm no expert, but this was my experience. I thought our experience might help other people as they're deciding which systems to buy for their homes. My recommendation is to really look at the warranties of the different units. I understand that it's very common for units to fail these days due to lack of quality, and the warranties are even more important. I recommend picking somebody that stands by their warranty, and also somebody that manufactures in the United States if you live in the United States. I would also look at the Better Business Bureau and Consumer Affairs sites and see what kind of complaints have been brought against the manufacturer before you choose. That's all we got for you today. I hope this helps somebody else out there that's looking into HVAC systems and what they're going to choose. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.